lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbertine. Not Barbertine's heart. With a tramp like you.
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you.
I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Sunny and Jason are able to get back into the penthouse, and they are seeing Michael just like on fire and begging for help. And Lord, I don't even know how to say anything that will fix this or make this better, because I also know that while this was airing, GH put out a statement, because who was to know that the Santa Ana fires were going to happen right around the time this episode aired. And it's just like, this is like a lot for a lot of people. So as Michael is on fire, we are getting scenes of him being on fire, and then we are getting scenes of dumbass Drew and dumbass Willow having sex and reaffirming their love for each other, and that they're going to fight for one another, and he's going to help Willow fight to keep her children. And it's just like, y'all are the most disgusting, vile, evil people I've ever met. Well, I haven't even met these people I've ever seen. Y'all are over here doing all of this while this man is basically about to burn to death. Eventually, Sunny and Jason are able to put him out, get him to the hospital. He's in critical condition. Carly is blaming Sunny because she's like, he was at your place and nothing was out of place. It was meant for you. And everybody just pissed off. Everybody's just sad. Brennan goes and gets Jocelyn and brings her back. Everybody's just working on Michael. They're trying to figure it out. You then also have the situation of Sunny and Jason, because they've been talking about an exit strategy to get up out of here. So now this is reaffirmed that we have to get up out of here. I think at this point in time where it goes with custody, I think that Sunny is not really about to be fighting with Abel on custody. He might just be like, listen, joint custody, she stays with you, I get to see her. I think we'll see that, all because somebody tried to take him out and Michael got caught in a crossfire. And if it was, I believe it was Sidwell that launched that firebomb at him. If it was Sidwell, which I do believe it was, you did this for some diamonds that he no longer has anymore. Because he gave the diamonds to Jason. Jason gave the diamonds back to Holly. So see, there's the issue that this was unnecessary and unwarranted. And it's just like crazy that it's just like, really? Y'all taking out Michael? But I'm hoping that with the burns, because they didn't really get his face or anything, but with the burns, we get him to come back as someone new, and then we get Dark Michael taking revenge on everybody. So Curtis and Nina are talking, and Curtis is still telling Nina, because she's like, I need her to get away from Drew. I need her to see Drew isn't the one for her, talking about Willow. Curtis keeps telling her, tell her the truth. You keep saying you need to do X, Y, and Z. You need to maneuver. You need to do this. You need to tell her the truth. You need to tell her the truth as to why you feel like she shouldn't be with this person. You need to tell her the truth as in what happened with y'all, and then let her make the decisions. But she don't want to do that. Nina wants to do everything but tell her the truth, and when it comes out, it's going to be absolutely, positively horrible for her. On top of that, child, that's when they get the call. Portia calls Curtis, because they're together. Portia calls Curtis and tells him what happened. So he tells Nina. Nina calls Drew, asking to speak to Willow. And because she hasn't been able to pick, like, Willow ain't answering the phone. And he was like, you don't need to worry about anything that we do. Whatever our relationship is, it has nothing to do with you. You need to basically stop calling. And she was like, this ain't about you. This is about Michael. And she proceeds to tell them, like, Willow, you need to get on a plane and you need to get back to Port Charles. There's been an accident. Michael's in a hospital. So yeah, Drew, I'm getting sick of him, and I'm sorry to Cameron Masterson. His home has burned down due to the Santa Ana fire. So it's like, this is crazy. But yeah, this ain't about you, Drew. This ain't about you. So now everybody is finding out what happened. Everybody is getting down to the hospital, because it's just like, what exactly are we going to do? This is a continuous mess. Now, something that also pissed me off is Willow in the afterglow of her and Drufus having sex, talking about, I don't know how me and Michael got here because you were cheating on him and having an emotional affair, which turned physical with his uncle. And instead of staying and talking with him and trying to work out your marriage, you allowed your mother to send him paperwork to file for legal separation and try to get custody of the children, and then proceeded to take one of his children across state lines to go to DC without his permission with his uncle, where you have just now finished having sex. If you don't know how y'all got here, then you were dumber than I ever thought she was. Idiot. And then we got Portia and Isaiah like talking about how Portia gonna ban Cyrus from the hospital, and Isaiah, being the logical person he is like, child, I don't think he gonna go away that easily. He not just gonna stop coming around that easily. And it's just like, we know this, Isaiah knows this, and he brand new. Portia, why don't you know this? Don't you remember this man held you and your daughter hostage in your house? Don't you remember that? Girl, if you don't get smart, oh my God. Now, Trina's trying not to leave Jocelyn alone because, she's like, I know what this grief feels like and I know you shouldn't be alone. But Jocelyn manages to get her up out of there. And then Jocelyn has this gun and she keeps hiding every time somebody comes in. And it's just like, girl, stop playing with guns. This ain't the time. This ain't the moment. Stop playing with them. Stop playing with them. Stop playing with them. This ain't the moment. And then we finally get the confirmation that we've been knowing, that Brooklyn has had a baby before, and high key, low key, we think that baby is Gio. Why do we think the baby is Gio? Because that story about his family and everything just don't make sense. It don't. His mom and his daddy, it just don't make no sense. It doesn't. So Brooklyn is like, she and Chase have tried everything to get pregnant. They have tried everything. They've done everything, and multiple upon multiple negative pregnancy tests, she feels like this is karma for giving up her baby. And it's just like, ma'am, when you stop stressing and stop putting a whole bunch of stress on yourself for this to happen, it's going to happen. This isn't karma. But go ahead and bring your child home and let Tracy know that she's a great grandmother. Go ahead, let Tracy know that. And Lois has to talk her down. She was like, this isn't karma. You did what you had to do. You were a teenager, you were a camp counselor, and you got pregnant. You just have to be like, calm down. Everything's gonna work out. Sasha and Chase talk. She get a little lightheaded. They talk, and she's just like overjoyed about the family she has. And all I'm saying is, the best way to make this a thing of a teenage camp counselor, because we remember she popped up, in her teens down there to the Port Charles, and in her circle was Lucas. Make it to where, her and Lucas got it on one night before he figured out that, nah, he liked men. Go ahead and do that, and then boom, we have a Quartermain and a Spencer Jerome. Boom, we got more family. That's all I said. But listen, y'all got to figure out what's going on with the writing. Y'all truly have to figure out what's going on with the writing. I feel like it should be better. It can be better. Y'all, like I said before, y'all need to hire me so we can figure this out, because I got a few ways to figure out some of these storylines and actually make them work out for the better and fix them so we can, have long lasting things, some memorable moments. We like when General Hospital has memorable moments, but that was it. Some little light, some not too much. Everything is just like getting Michael to the hospital and figuring that out, and Brooklyn going through the motions of, is it her fault for her not being able to have a baby as soon as she wants to with Chase because she gave up her baby when she was a teenager. It's just like, you can't blame yourself. You gave up the baby and you did what was right at the time for you and what was best at the time for you. Maybe that explains why she came to Port Charles. Maybe the baby ain't even, Lucas's. Remember, she popped up in Port Charles as a teenager. Maybe that explains it. But with that being said, that was it. That was all I had to give y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this GH recap. That was it for Dem Soaps. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and also hit that like button and click those links in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.